Hey everybody, how's it going? I am back from Dragon Con. Uh, James and Amy and Allie and I got back about midnight last night due to various flight delays. We left directly from the con to the airport and then took our flight for Atlanta back to California. An absolutely brutal slog. I am exhausted, but I wanted to do a review because I haven't done one since last week before I left for the show, and since I'm leaving for Rose City in Portland, which is a fantastic show. Can't wait. Love Ron Brister and everybody who runs that show. They really make you feel good, really make you feel special. Since I'm leaving for that show on Thursday, I figured I better knock a few things out for the channel just to try to keep content going so that you guys don't completely bail out on me. You guys want to watch Claptrap eat a bell pepper? Look at that. Look at that monster. Oh, he loves it. He loves the crunch. Come on, give me the. Come on, come on. Come on, bite it off, buddy. Bite it off. Come on, you can do it. Pull it. Yeah, like a man. Look at that. Ah, the beast. The beast has conquered the bell pepper. Who is like the beast, and who is able to make war with him? And now he'll gently think about it, just doing his little piquant. Let's try again. So you want more? Look at that. Yeah. We got one person in the live stream so far, so welcome. I don't know how to set it up on my phone so that I can see comments if you're making them, but I'll try and figure that out. Like, oh, is it too big? Come here. Boxing. And instead, I'm feeding my bearded dragon a bell pepper. But, you know, I got to keep him in the video somehow because he is an absolute jerk. Sorry if the video cut out there for a second. James Psylocke was calling me. James, I'm back right after I do this. Let's go ahead and let's start with Spider-Ham. This is pretty neat. Never thought we'd get a Spider-Ham figure. The Monster Venom Build-A-Figure that comes with this series is huge, so it kind of makes sense that the main figure is just like a little, not completely posable guy. I know that a lot of people were upset about that. They thought they were getting ripped off because Marvel Legends cost roughly around $20 retail. I get mine at Mighty Pins at Frank & Son's collectible show in City of Industry. My boy Dave hooks me up all the time, so that's pretty awesome. There's some good guys that hang out down there. Sean and Al, always fun to hang out with. They give me a ton of grief, which I like. I don't know. I think in a lot of male friendships and even in some of my even some of my relationships with some of the better women in my life, they roast the hell out of me, and I give it back to them. So that's always fun. All right, let's cut the tape here. Do you guys want me to look at? You want to see the back? Like look dramatically posed Spider-Ham. It says part pig, part spider, part sight. The dangers of going live. Part pig, part spider, part scientific mishap. Peter Porker becomes the web shooting swine Spider-Ham. Come on, I'll call you right back, James. Come on. Aren't you looking at your Twitter? Didn't you see I was going live? Maybe he's calling me to tell me, don't go live. Don't go live. Something terrible will happen. He's had a vision of the future. I don't know. All right, so open this baby up. First things first, we get this little Spider-Ham head, which is pretty great. I assume that you're supposed to put that on the Monster Venom. I guess it would be kind of silly to put it on him since the rest of his suit wouldn't match. You get the back, as well as no wonder Spider-Ham is so small. You really get like the entire torso and lower torso of Monster Venom, and then the back piece here, which I don't think I'm going to connect right now because I want to make sure when I take the arms out that I don't make a mistake, put the back on, and then for whatever reason I can't get him in there. Doesn't look like that would be a problem, but I don't want to take the chance. And then Spider-Ham should be a pretty quick little review here because he's not. Oh wow! Oh, okay. I just thought his face was going to turn from side to side, but turns from side to side, kind of rotates up and down. He's got a little bit of movement there. Pretty cool. You can get a little like disco wiggle going. Yeah, hey. I don't know what I'm doing. Spider-Ham sexy time. He's got ball jointed shoulders, and his wrists swivel. There's no articulation at the elbow. His arms are very short, so we don't have anything really exciting there. And then he's got little swivels on his his boots, which is pretty nice. Oh, there we go. So Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham, has come into the chat and is saying yes, because he really wanted me to review this figure. So this is what I'm doing. It's got good visibility. I actually really like it. Yeah, still a lot of fun in a small package. Definitely, you're definitely correct, Peter. I like it. I think that with the Venom, big Venom piece, it's kind of worth it. I mean, I usually trade stuff for my Marvel Legends. I'm always on the toy hustle because comic book stuff is few and far between, doesn't pay the bills, and looks like it will not be paying the bills much in the foreseeable future. So I've got a lot of hustles going on. Yeah, this is really great. No, I agree, Peter. This is a fantastic little minifigure. Really well done. So I'm going to give that one a recommend. Even if you're just not really interested in Spider-Ham, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but if you're just interested in building the monster Venom body, it's well worth it. And the Spider-Ham is a fun figure, no matter what you think. Oh, bump the camera because I am a consummate professional. That's why I do this on an ottoman with a blizzard. It says, merged with the toxic Venom symbiote, Cletus Cassidy hones his psychopathic tendencies as the merciless villain Carnage. And he's got a creepy Cletus Cassidy head there pictured as well. This is a lot like the Spider-Man figure that came out with the Build-A-Green Goblin, the Ultimate Green Goblin. It's basically the same body, same head sculpt, comes with the same hands, but he's got some extra accessories and some extra things going on with him. So let's check it out. Oh, there goes the extra Venom head. I'm gonna have to go pick that up. So right out of the package, this hand is not the hand that he originally came with in his previous release. This is a different one that's got some nice tendrils on it. It's a nice, really nice detail there. The Cletus Cassidy head is kind of goofy. Like, I feel like that could have been better. It doesn't exactly capture him. He's like, you could repaint this and it would be the Joker, which is funny because I actually did a custom Cletus Cassidy head out of a Joker head cast that I sculpted extra hair onto and repainted, and it came out super creepy, and I like it a lot more than this, so I will probably replace this one. I'll put a picture of the one that I did on my Instagram if you guys want to go over and follow me there. It's just Aaron Sparrow. This probably be a good time to mention too if you want to follow me on Twitter. It's just Aaron_Sparrow. I assume anybody following me on YouTube probably does already follow me on Twitter, but you never know. So we've got some nice tendrils here. I say nice a lot in these videos. I need to come up with some other adjectives, but when since I don't work from a script, I just kind of fall back on some lazy language. He's got a new fist that has this symbiotic axe, which I really dig. Would have been nice to get some paint deco on that, but I understand that with this many accessories, they're going to do some cost cutting. He's got all the standard articulation that we've come to expect from our Marvel Legends figures. Waist goes like that. He's got a pivot at the torso, or at the waist. Ball jointed arms, double jointed elbows. He's got some great elbow or wrist articulation. Arm comes around like this. Make him dance like Spider-Man. Just get a dance party with Oh, Claptrap's just off screen. He was actually bobbing his head. That would have been great. Good movement in the legs, thigh swivels, ball jointed hips, double jointed knee, standard ankle articulation. A lot of really great poses that you can get this guy into. If you don't want the goofy-looking Cletus Cassidy head, he comes with. Glad you enjoyed that, Peter. I'd like to do more of these live streams because they go up really easily. It's less time-consuming than having me edit them, but then of course you're also going to get a lot more low production value with me knocking stuff over and hitting the camera and things that I can't edit out. The Carnage head is really nice. I believe the previous version, I think they painted the inside of the mouth pink. It doesn't look like they've done that here. It's kind of just the standard red, so they saved some money on that paint application. But still a very nice Mark Bagley-esque Carnage. These two new hands you can actually replace with the hands that he came with previously. The previous release These were the standard 2 clawed hands. Also, no paint decos on those. So that's something that, if you're a purist like me, you probably want to fix. He's got some tendrils that go on his back here. This was also included with the previous release, and it gives him just a really wild Mark Bagley kind of look. Also, no additional paint decos on those. So, a really nice figure. If you have the previous release, I say maybe, sell it and get it, because this one is the previous release and much more. Clear these out of the way. And I'm just going to show you something. I did kind of cheat with this unboxing. I unboxed one previously. I actually have 2 Carnages because I got to the case, and I went in and I did some embellishments on the figure. So you can see I embellished the axe. I gave him more detail in his face, the little dots in his eyes that he often had when Mark Bagley drew him. I painted the inside of the mouth pink, and I did some detailing around the teeth. I'm actually going to touch that up a little bit and make that touch it up with some black and just really define that. And then I went in and I painted the hands so that he's got more of the black, and like all of his tendrils, I added embellishments and detailing, so you can really kind of see the difference in tendrils got tangled there. You can see the difference in what we're working with here. So that was kind of my my way of bringing him a little more into line. I added little black tendrils here and there throughout his body too, just to kind of tie it all together. So it's something I like to do. I like to toy customize. Unfortunately, in the place I'm at right now, earlier in the year, I had to move kind of unexpectedly and had to find an apartment quickly, and it doesn't really have the room for me to have my full customizing setup like I did at my previous condo. So I've kind of been limited in what I can do custom-wise. But painting doesn't take up that much room, so I'm able to do that. Yeah, look at just how much cooler the axe looks, I think, and the fist. I just like it a lot more. I like a more wild-looking Carnage. I'm gonna get up for a second because I have to go pick up the head that I sent flying across the room. There we go, dead air. The Carnage figure comes with. I missed that last message. Carnage figure comes with the monster Venom head, which attaches to the body here. Since the neck is fully formed, I can pop that on here. You can see what that looks like. And as I do more of these, I'll try and complete the Venom so you can check them out. Looks pretty cool. The only thing is, I don't believe that this Venom with this symbol, this is like the Mac Gargan Venom symbol. And this is not the Mac Gargan Venom head. This is more of a traditional Eddie Brock head. So if I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments. I don't think that I am, but there is always a possibility that they did something in some story that I haven't read, since I have kind of backed off buying a lot of the Marvel titles. So there's definitely some storylines that I've been missing. So that is our review for today. Actually, you know what? Why don't I? Since I'm just live streaming here, why don't I just keep it going? Because we got this guy too. So let's check him out. Back of the package, we get another description. Eddie Brock takes vengeance on his skeptics as the all-consuming, spine-chilling symbiote, Venom. Vengeance on his skeptics? I don't know what that means. His enemies maybe would have been better. His skeptics, just people who are like, I don't really care for that Eddie Brock. I guess he could take vengeance on them, but that just seems kind of petty. All right, so get Eddie out of the package here, and Eddie is also pretty much like the previous release, although Eddie didn't come with. Hey Brock, the Skeptic Avenger. Hello, Claptrap, says KC. Turn around, Claptrap. Come on, be part of this. Don't be a snob. Claptrap's been running around today, so he's. I think he's hitting. Does he want some more bell pepper? Are you hungry? Yeah. There we go. Come on. He loves bell pepper. So Venom also pretty much the previous release that we've got before, but he comes with this nice plug-in here to the back that gives him kind of like the look that his mask is coming apart and to reveal his face. And we get the new Eddie Brock head sculpt. A lot of people didn't really like this one. They thought that the eyebrows were too thick. I would kind of agree with that, except that this is meant to be the Todd McFarlane Venom, and this is pretty much how Todd drew Eddie Brock, so I'm really ultimately fine with it. Eddie's head comes off, of course, and you can put on this head right here. This is also, oh, if you can keep the neck post from sliding around. I cannot get it on here. There we go. All right, so head goes on there, also very McFarlane-esque. One thing it didn't come with was the previous release had a more of an Eric Larson Venom with the tongue coming out and looking really really gruesome. So that it says, I don't mind the look, but the head feels large. Yeah, though yours has the pork grinder's head on it anyway. That's what. So this is that's what I couldn't remember the name. Pork grinder. There we go. So that's you can pop that on there, and then that's pretty neat. Standard, same articulation as Carnage. Nothing new here. Nothing unexpected. Mine's got a pretty good paint job, I think. Doesn't look like there's any missed paint applications or smears on there. That sometimes happens when they produce these. So overall, a really nice Venom figure. And then he comes with the leg for Monster Venom. So we can just put that on here. This is harder than I thought it would be. Oh, and I popped the back in, so good thing I think the arms just pop in and I'm okay. So there we go. That's really tough. If you were a kid, you would definitely need a parent to help you with that. I don't know how many kids are building these figures, though. I think it's all man-children like me. Not too shabby. I like the way he's turning out. So far, everything in this series is a recommend. Let me see what else I got here. We'll do Scream. She came about, I believe, in the Venom Lethal Protector series, if I remember correctly. If I remember my old school Marvel. I didn't do any research. This is all just from memory. So it says, a former security guard, Donna Diego, oh, she's Hispanic, is from the 90s. So there was representation before the 2015s, 16s. A former security guard, Donna Diego, is merged with components of the Venom symbiote and becomes the tendrilled villain, Scream. Is tendrilled a word? I guess it is now. Let's say those are made up words, but all words are made up. All right, so she has got she's got a crazy amount of hair here. That's pretty nice. She's using, this looks like the Moonstone body, which I have not seen on the figures in a while. I had seen it suggested in some of the forums that the Moonstone body was considered a little too voluptuous, and people complained. I don't think that's true. I mean, I'm sure people complained because that's what people do. I'm sure there was some body representation anger and things like that probably came up somewhere, because there's always going to be at least a few people that complain about something, some moms or something that thought the figures are too sexy. Side story: when I bought my Black Cat figure, who has a lot of exposed cleavage, because that's what she looks like in the comic book. She's very vampy and very sexy, and they captured that in the figure. The lady at Target was like, "Oh, this is not a toy for children." So I thought that was kind of funny. So Scream, not a character who ever really had a major storyline or has been really fleshed out. It'd be kind of cool if she was, although there's kind of too many symbiotes in the Marvel universe, I think. So I don't know if they're hot to bring her back or anything, but I'd definitely read or even write a Donna Diego series. She's got the standard female articulation. It's basically the same as the males, except they don't get the double elbow. Although this harkens back to when they did get the swivels at the bicep. So this was an early mold that Hasbro was using for the female legends, where they still had that. So I do appreciate that. I do appreciate this older mold, because this is actually a really great body. If you were a customizer, this would probably be a good one to do like a 1990s Jean Grey off of, because she's kind of thick, and you can sculpt the pockets on, and she's a base yellow, so you wouldn't have paint rub. So if you're a customizer, you'd kind of be into that, I think. And then this hair is pretty intense. Look at all these little tendrils. There's little like braided details in some of the tendrils. Really cool. So Scream, probably not a must buy because she's never really had a major part in the comic books. But if you're a completist, you know, you definitely want to get her. And I think that she is a good sturdy figure. So there is that. She comes with one of Monster Venom's arms, which hopefully, if I didn't mess everything up, just pops right in here. All right, and there we go. So Monster Venom's coming along. Now we're going to do Typhoid Mary. This was the, someone says, Peter says, I hope you're reading Spider-Gay, so much Spider Fun, and of course, Spider-Ham just showed up at the end of the issue. I'm actually not right now, but I might check it out. Like I said, I haven't been reading a lot of comics, so, you know, at least not a lot of comics from the big two. I have been reading a lot of indie stuff because that's where my bread and butter is. So I've got to I gotta support, you know, the part of the industry that supports me. So Typhoid Mary is a Daredevil villain. I don't remember exactly when this look came about. Her initial look was pretty damn crazy when she debuted in the comic. She had like a pink top and she did have like the fishnets. She had like a bikini bottom. But let's see here. One of Mary Walker's 3 distinct identities, Typhoid Mary is a brutal combatant with the disturbing ability to set things on fire with her mind. So she's a... oh, Peter Porker's got to run. Thanks for coming by, Peter. Appreciate you popping into the stream here. Yeah, so Typhoid's a favorite of mine, too. So, by the way, if you're watching this, I'm supposed to go on Clownfish TV again. I've done a couple of shows with Neon and Geeky Sparkles over there. I always enjoy doing those shows, so if you want to pop over to the Clownfish TV channel and subscribe to them, I'll be on there with them later today. See you later. Thanks for popping in. Typhoid Mary. She's got an entirely new torso sculpt here. Looks like the jacket is removable. So we may get like a White Queen or some of the Hellfire Club women out of this. If you want to talk about like women that'll be like send people into fits as far as their level of voluptuousness goes. She's got a two-tone face paint here with the white down the middle. It looks really, really good. Let me see if I can get that in focus. There we go. She's got a decent hair sculpt. I actually really like the way it cascades and comes down around. It reminds me of somebody I know. She doesn't have double jointed elbows because they don't give those to the females anymore. And of course, this is a newer figure, so no bicep swivel for her. She does have the articulation here right under the breasts. She's got ball jointed hips, double knees. She's got a nice little boot cuff there, but it doesn't interfere at all with the ankle articulation. So I like Typhoid. I think she like I said, she was my favorite out of the series, the one I wanted the most. I tend to like kind of the villains and things like that, especially when they're not necessarily mainstream or haven't been produced before. And this is the first Typhoid that we've gotten since the Toy Biz Vault series, and that Typhoid was in a different costume and was not as posable as this one. She comes with a sword covered in fire, which is a decent way, I guess, to demonstrate her pyrokinesis. So I kind of like that. It's the same sword, I think, that comes with Psylocke, which is a review I've done, but I haven't edited and posted yet. So you're actually getting this one first. She's got double, yeah, like that. I mean, this is not bad as far as her stockings go, aside from, you know, like actually covering her with like stock these figures did, but then that limited the articulation, and I would rather have her be articulated than have those stockings. So this is pretty great. Pretty happy with this figure. And then, of course, she also has a Venom Builder piece, and that piece is another leg, which, of course, I could not get on the previous one. Let's see how this one does. By the way, if you're watching this, please give it a like. The likes help with the search algorithms. It'll get us more viewers, get us more subscribers, and then eventually we can, you know, maybe monetize the channel a little bit, get a little bit of Patreon or super chat money coming in, and just do better things. Like I can learn to do better things with the channel. I'd like to do shows. I'd love to do some stuff with some friends of mine if they were up for it. But who knows? But you know, lots of plans and lots of things that we could do. It looks like I lost the connection. I don't know if that's so. So I'm going to keep talking, just kind of like killing a little bit of time to see if we can reconnect. I guess shoot me a chat if you're hearing this. Let me see. I hope that this isn't just dead air. I would actually hate to. I'm just going to keep talking so that in case it hasn't reconnected, I can just, you won't just be listening to nothing and going like, where'd he go? So let's see. I've got on the TV here. I'm going to just zip down to my channel and see if it's running. There I am. Let's see. It says that it's still live, but it is frozen on the screen. So that's no good. Let's see what we can do here.